Oh, I just know that Sawyer's backstory is going to make me feel really horrible for him. Still an asshole.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing my next review for Lost. This one is for my review for Season 1, Episode 8, titled Confidence Man.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Lost. This one's going to be doing my next review for Season 1. This is for Episode 8, titled Confidence Man. Holy damn. Okay, so I think literally a couple days ago when I reviewed Episode 7, I requested that the next character backstory that I would like to see from this is Sawyer. I flicked this episode on, and there we go. So, that's awesome. I got what I wanted. Now, I did, but I didn't. This was a great episode. This was, like, here's the thing. The way I'm viewing this right now, and obviously there's a lot of time to tell, and I was at a point where I thought they were going to kill Sawyer off this episode, but I will say this. I don't think we're done with Sawyer's backstory. I feel like there's more to see with him. I don't know. I feel like there's more to it. Although what we did get, I thought really, really was good, because I have to admit, I was kind of lost, no pun intended here, in his backstory at first. I wasn't too sure what was exactly going on, aside from, okay, he's sleeping with this woman, he's got a bunch of money, $140,000, whatever, he's making a deal, he's doing his thing, and, he's, basically trying to profit off it, or whatever, right? So I got that part, and then, obviously, he's trying to make a deal with this guy and stuff like that. He wouldn't really accept, but then he did, and then he shows up to the guy's house, and basically, you've got the kid that walks out, and then he's just, like, deals off, And again, like, at first I was just like, huh, like, it didn't click for me right away. And then we basically get the current day timeline, right? Where you've got the main plot of the episode is that Shannon is, asthmatic or whatever, right? So, she can't breathe properly on her own, and she needs the inhaler, right? So, we get the idea that Sawyer maybe took the inhaler, so they're trying to get it out of him. And obviously, Sawyer is a real grade A asshole, so you can't tell whether or not he took the fucking thing, And that's kind of the idea in this one, is that they're really trying their best. Like, they have a tactic of punching him, which is what Jack goes for twice, and he's like, is that all you got, I'd say probably my approach. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Then you got Saeed, who basically uses torture as a method, which, that's a way to get information out of him, and then you've got Kate's approach, which is basically just kind of like negotiate, try to get personal with it.
Hey there, somebody called Ghostbusters? You need me to suck up a ghost with my vacuum?
I'll say this, I'd probably do what Jack did, honestly, so I don't know if I'd get too far, I gotta admit, I don't know if I'd survive on this island, but I'll say, that's actually a question I have for all of you guys. Do you guys think you'd be able to survive 8 episodes in, where we're at right now, in Lost? Do you think you'd be able to survive? I'm genuinely curious on that. But yeah, we get a lot of different tactics on trying to get the information out of him. And I got to admit, the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, he doesn't even have the goddamn thing. And of course he doesn't, But they do everything. I mean, he says, Kate, give me a kiss and I'll tell you where it is. I'm like, obviously she's not going to do that. More on that later. We've also got, again, Jack, who of course tries the punching approach, doesn't work. And you basically have, in this one, Sun, who kind of has an idea. Obviously, she speaks this, different language, but her, husband doesn't really know that she speaks English. Well, she kind of talks a little bit with Michael in this one about maybe there is a way that we can kind of, help Shannon out. And they do get a temporary solution, which she saves the day on that. Although, I will say this, it was kind of like, I was thinking, like, are they going to kill Shannon off? Like, is that the tragedy of what's going to happen? Didn't happen. I thought that's where this was going. Didn't happen. Which I'm glad about, because I feel like there's a lot of backstory that they have yet to tell with her. So I'm interested in seeing that. But basically, to make a long story short, they basically capture, Sawyer, and they basically get him to, tell them the information. At first, Jack says, he's like, look, man, I just want the, inhaler. After that, you can, walk free. And he's, again, being a dick. He's being an asshole. And basically, they torture him, right? And you've got Saeed, who cuts him up pretty good and obviously gets him to scream out pretty badly. Then you get Kate that comes in, and he finally gets his way. He says, I'll tell you where it is if you give me a kiss. So not only does she kiss him, she full on makes out with him, you know, which I'll say this, it's probably because she knew like one little kiss wouldn't suffice this greasy bastard, you know. So she did it a few times, and then when she finally ends the makeout session, you've got him that just looks at her, and I knew this was going to happen. He's just like, I don't have it. I'm like, damn right you fucking punch him. What the fuck, you know? Here's the thing. I can't feel bad for this guy. I mean, I understand what he went through, and obviously, at the end of the episode, he kind of talks to Kate about it, where they basically stab him. He has, like, they get him right in an artery in his arm, right? So then they have to save him. It's this big rush, stuff like that. They save his life in the end, but it's kind of a question of if they want to or not. And at the end of the day, you get him who tells, you know, Kate that basically he became the young kid. Basically, he became the young kid that kind of went through this trauma to begin with, right? He, you know, of course, kind of was in debt at 19 years old to these people that wanted their, you know, cut of the money. And he went through really horrible lengths to do that, and, you know, all that stuff. And he basically became the person that he didn't want to be, right? And that's kind of the idea. And I'll say this. I will admit this, it's less of a backstory than I thought we were going to get with him. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, and I like the direction of, you know, what they did with him. I hope that there's more, though. I do hope there's more. Obviously, don't tell me in the comments, but I hope that there's more. Now, we've also got a few other little minor things in this one. You've got Saeed at the end of the episode that decides to leave the group at the end and kind of just see what's out there type of thing, because he promised that he would never torture somebody like that again, and then, obviously, you know, he did with Sawyer. So obviously makes sense. I'm intrigued with his character. I'd actually get more on him. I would like to see more with his character and what he's about. I'm sure that's yet to come. And then we've also got a minor plot, which I thought this was awesome. You've got Charlie and that pregnant woman. Her name escapes me at the moment. We haven't gotten her backstory yet. You guys notice how it's like, as soon as I get my backstories on these characters, the name starts popping up in my head. So that's the trick, Lost. If you want me to remember the character's name, give me a backstory, and I'm usually good after that. I'm terrible with names, as I'm sure you can tell, especially those that are probably new to the channel watching the Lost reviews being like, damn, he's forgetting a lot of names, you know? Again, apologies. You know, I have to care about the character for me to remember the name, if that makes any sense, you know? But anyway, Charlie and the pregnant woman, I like their plot in this one where she wants peanut butter in order for him to convince her to get off the island and go to the cave. And he kind of does like the, you know, like, oh, I found it, you know, it's not even really in the jar, you know, and he's like, yeah, this is the best bloody peanut butter I ever had, you know. Charlie, man, I'll tell you what, he's one of my favorites. He's really good. I really, really like his character. He's just so likable. I don't know. And of course, she goes with him, you know, so that was really sweet, I felt like. I will admit, I was a little puzzled on some of the storytelling and kind of the fashion it was told in, but I'm going to give the episode a 9 out of 10. I liked it. I thought it was good. I think the backstory was good. I just think that they kind of lacked a little bit of an understanding. I feel like they could have gotten to it a little bit quicker, but I liked the story. This episode was really good. I liked a lot of what went down, and I thought it was a good episode for Sawyer and you know, well, not really his name Sawyer, but, you know, obviously, you know, that's what we're going to call him until we find out his, you know, real name, but that's that, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button to not miss any other videos for Lost. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Lost. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.